Welcome to NSC Tier 2 Round 8 of Silverstone. And it's a sprint weekend today, so it's gonna be a long one. Wait, let me see who's in first. Oh, it's raining! It's raining in qualifying. Interesting. Okay. Let me check in the server who's in first right now. Still waiting for someone to go out on track. Let's see if there are people gonna choose for wets or for inters right now. In these wet conditions, there's a Mercedes coming out first. He's gonna be the first one on track. Let's watch with Kukerem F1. Kukerem. Okay. Tier 2 driver standings. Okay, so it's JB in first, leading with 27. Oh, that's not right. We're leading with 6 points over my own driver, Squarehead. Squarehead has made a massive run for the top with 2 less races than the Haas driver, and in third. In combined third are Spire together with Michael. I don't think Spire is driving now. No, he isn't. Michael is though, so Michael can make a charge for getting P3 secured for himself. Okay, let me get the Twitch chat. Ugh. This is my first time doing commentary in English, so don't blame me if I do bad. Wait, let's see if y'all can hear me. Yeah, you can. Yes, it's olive oil commentating. Yes, very true, guys. It's only sprint qualifying, so I don't know if the rain is going to be here still for the sprint race. I hope so. Makes it fun. Or not. It's very hard to overtake in the rain, so. Could be a boring race, could be a fun race with all the chaos due to the wet. But now we're gonna watch along with Kukerem. Yeah, I didn't even know how to say his name. We're gonna watch with him on the first laps of qualifying in this sprint weekend at Silverstone. And let's see how he opens it. Looks to be going quite cautious now. Freddy has retired. Okay. Interesting. Oh, Kukerem goes off track, doesn't get an invalidate on his lap, so he can keep going on. Let's see who's also on the lap. I think it's Lewis is also on the lap, but JB is the car behind Kukerem. He's on the inters. Well, the Mercedes was on wets. I probably think the wets are gonna be faster as of right now, but due to the track evolving with grip, people drive and it keeps drying up, the inters will be the best tire at the end of qualifying. Like it always is, so it's maybe smart to get a feel of the inters already early on, so you can try and push at the end of qualifying. Shows the limit on those inter tires. We're gonna watch with the Mercedes, see what lap time he puts on the board to set the bar for the rest of the grid. Takes a lot of curve there on the entry of Don't even know the names here. Oh, almost loses the car in the end. Chicane 149.1 for the Mercedes driver. Let's look at the championship leader. Goes up into P1 until Kian comes by and snatches P1. There comes a Williams driver. That's Monster starting his lap. Then there's gonna be a kick out of Michael. P4 for him. Made a mistake. Same for Robert, I think. So it's a 2-3 for Haas with the Aston Martin of Kian in front. I think both Haas drivers are on Inters. No, Lewis is on the wets. So JB sets a pretty good time for the Inters in this stage. Oh, is it that bad that don't have my game in English? I don't think I can even change it in game, so it doesn't even matter that much. Harry, the Red Bull driver, goes into P1 by 0.02 of a second, but P1 is P1, and he is now on top of qualifying. There comes a Williams driver. It's Monster over the line. I think he had an invalidate because he didn't set a lap time. We're gonna watch with the P2 in the championship. Oh, Jacob is already mad. I see him in the chat. Harry P1 before GTA 6. Here comes Squarehead through the Stoke corner. Trying to set a competitive lap time. Is he gonna challenge Harry for the 45? I don't think so. He's gonna end up placing his car third, 46.6 for the Williams driver. And then here comes Payder P1, 42.7. Well, he's 3 seconds fastest right now. That's quite a marginal gap there. 3 seconds, okay. Okay. Yeah, get him in T1. Hasn't he won every race he's done this season? I don't even know. Oh well. Let's see who's on track now. Monster has another invalid. Will just started his lap or just driving in none the whole time? Who is in a lap? Is Michael in lap? No, he is invalidated as well. Pillow is on an out lap. And the Alpine is on a lap. So he's gonna be the first that sets the time, I think. Yeah, because Michael's invalidated and Will is sort of on the lap. He's just driving for the vibes. Pillow is driving very slowly at the end of his out lap. We're gonna look with Ethan. Ethan on the wets as of right now. There's only 3 minutes left, by the way, so if you want to set a competitive lap time, you have to do it quick or get in quickly, because at the end of qualifying the track is the best by far. So it's better to come in now to put them some inters, maybe wets if you feel ballsy, but Willie Martin is driving on. I think he's just gonna drive on until the end of qualifying and then start his final lap. Damn, P2 for Will, 44.3. Mainly because of the track evolving, of course, and the inters being better right now in this stage. But still puts his Aston Martin in P2. Ethan puts his Alpine in P5. I don't think he can come in for the inters anymore, so he has to do his final run on the wets, and he has to save a lot of ERS doing so. If he has enough fuel, of course. Kukjerem is starting his, I think, final run. He can do one more if he decides to not use a lot of battery until the line. Thank you, Jacob. I really appreciate it. Both Haas drivers are coming out now for their final runs. It's gonna be tight for Lewis to get over the line in time, but I think should be very doable. Kukjerem picked up an invalidate, so he has to save his battery before he gets to the line. Is someone on the lap right now? Will sort of is. Michael was on the lap, didn't even notice. He goes into P1 by 3/10 in favor of the Kicksauber. 42.4 is his time. Kian is now starting his lap. Who's on the lap though? Squarehead is coming up to start his lap. Monster is as well. Pillow and Monster both haven't set a lap time yet, so it's a make or break for them. They have to round their laps up and get it together and get it inside the white lines to not get an invalidation, of course. And I don't think Pillow is gonna set a lap. He's just now coming out of the pits, so that's rough for him. Demon Harry just had a lap time, I think, or he just started. Oh, little slide out of the first corner. Very tricky in the wets. Kukjerem comes offline. He had an invalidate, starting his lap again. So the next guy is Robert. He also has an invalidate, so he can't set a lap time either. JB is not coming up. It's Lewis on his out lap. He's going to be the last car to start a lap and be able to set a lap time. Peder can't set a lap anymore. He's on an out lap and the time is 3 seconds left, so his car will turn into an AI. Here comes JB, has used all of his ERS in his lap. Doesn't have any more up until line, but here he comes. Is now in P8, the championship leader, through the last corner of Silverstone, and he goes into P1 by a whole second almost. Behind him is Michael. Michael goes into P1, 41.4 for the Sauber driver, pushes 2/10 ahead of JB. Now come the Aston Martin drivers. First it's Kian. Kian, no invalidate, didn't get one, goes to P3. Will, in the Aston Martin, the team principal of Aston Martin, was P5, is going into P3 ahead of his teammates. Here come the Williams drivers. First it's Monster. Monster hasn't got an invalidate. Now through the final chicane, his make or break lap. Last corner to keep it inside the white lines, going up to the line, and he is going to P1 for the Williams driver by less than a tenth. Monster is on P1 provisionally. Here comes Harry. Can Harry improve? Harry P1, 45, 1 second fastest as of right now. Here comes Squarehead, number 2 in the championship. P2 ahead of his teammate and a whole 6/10 behind the Red Bull. There's someone else on the left. Kukjerem goes into P7. Lewis is the last one, as I have. Robert is still going. Robert over the line, didn't improve. Stage P12. Here comes Lewis. Was P11, has the best track of all. Goes into the line. Last person. I don't know where he went. I can see it now. P10 for Lewis. Eventually. So it's gonna be Harry on pole by 6 whole tenths towards both Williams drivers. And Michael is on P4, JB, championship leader P5, Willie Martin on P6, Kukjerem P7, Kian 8, Peder 9, Lewis 10, Ethan 11, Robert 12, Pilo 13, hasn't set a lap time, and Freddy, who retired, of Friday, starts last on the grid of 14 drivers. So DM and Harry starts first, going on to the sprint race. Let's see if he can convert that pole into a win in the sprint. Can I invite Friday? I don't think. Yeah, I just seen the message. I don't think I have him added. No, I don't. He has to add me first. Jacob, if I don't see the chat of inviting someone, you can ask Elliot. I think he's in the lobby as well. Well, it's still raining for the sprint race, so that may be in favor of Demon Harry, because he showed he has a lot of faith in the rain, because he put it on pole with 6 tenths of margin to P2. Both Williams drivers finishing off the podium qualifying positions. Yeah, I think Elliot was... Oh, Freddy had me. Yeah, I invited him. Is he called Friday or Freddy? Because I got confused. I think Friday. And how is he P7? And Will DSQ'd. Okay. Has Will left? I think Will left. I think he did. I think I left. Everyone is leaving on my screen. Lobby restart. Oh. I didn't even notice. Has it been set in the server? Oh, it's a restart. Okay. I didn't get the tag, so I didn't see it. Yeah, grid glitch. Yeah, I noticed. Okay. The grid glitch, Jacob. People weren't in the right positions, I think. I mean, I saw Friday at P... or Freddy, I don't even know. I saw him at P7, but he retired at like the start of the qualifying, so... Gonna be Drowner probably. Yeah, maybe. So there's gonna be a restart. And one also after the sprint race, because we're gonna turn on qualifying without doing qualifying for the sprint. So we're gonna do a sprint race now, with the grid that was decided in the last qualifying. Then we're gonna restart again, and then we're gonna do a short qualifying with a 50% race. Okay, Will, I'm gonna mute and I'm gonna time now. Jesus. Yeah, because my mic just picks up everything. So annoying. Wait, I haven't even joined the lobby yet. What am I doing? Thank you, Michael, for the invite. Wait, is Jacob still here? Who has added me? Kian. Oh. Is Jacob still here? Jacob. Jacob. When we're about to finish the sprint race, can't you leave early so you can make a new lobby so we can get the invites going quickly? Okay, thank you. So we don't have to wait for the lobby getting made and stuff, and people can join instantly after retiring. Thank you. And that's why I'm admin. Who are we missing still? One of the Williams drivers, Squarehead, isn't in. Wait, I have him added. I think. Oh, I have too many people here. I don't see him. Oh, here he is. Only bottom 3 admins of all time. Tour, how about you shut the fuck up? Will is even below me. He is bottom 2 admins of all time. Thank you. I love you too. When are you not using grip packs? I never use grip packs. Can therapist select spectate? Oh. Is everyone in? We're missing one, I think. Who are we missing? We're definitely missing one. We had 14 drivers. Kukiram is not in. Okay. When are you not gonna use grip packs, Marius? Ugh. All this waiting. I commentate one time and it goes like this. On a sprint weekend even. I have to wait like 10 hours for this shit. Prediction? I think that I hope that Squared's gonna make a run for the sprint win. I don't think that I think that Harry has the pace, but I think he'll get unlucky. I think Monster will get unlucky as well, like always. And I think that JB will climb the spots, as well as Peder. Peder is gonna be podium, I think. So the podium is gonna be for me Squarehead, Peder, and then Harry. I think that, yeah. Bias, fuck off, mate. Squarehead has done so much in the last races. He missed the first two, so yeah. Okay, I'm not racist. Yeah. Y'all just jealous because I'm the best team principal in the league. Well, you're not black. Are you? You're not. You know you're black. I mean, your name is Brown in the chat, so. Oh, Jacob is black. Thank you, Jacob, for letting us know. I'm gonna take a piss. Wait a second. Okay, I'm back. Just waiting for people to choose their setups. Don't forget your setups, guys. Don't forget your setups. I'm gonna tag my drivers to don't forget their setups. Don't forget your setups. Don't forget your setups, guys, please. Oh, I hope they didn't have forgotten their setups. Okay, here we go. I assume everyone is gonna be on the inters. Yep, everyone on the intermediate tires. So it's just waiting until we get to the grid and we can start. I hope they did as well. I see a guy like Pilo Game and a guy like Monster. I see them forgetting their setup. Who is this guy trying to overtake everyone? Oh, it's the Peder guy. Guys, let's all pray for Will Martin 06P4 here. Wait, I'm changing my prediction. I think Squarehead first, Michael second, and JB third. I forgot who was in what position, so Marius, what's your prediction? Peder P1. Oh, I was just putting the Ferrari driver first, okay. I mean, he's first right now, so oh. Okay, like this. Let's see who is gonna be first out of the first few corners. Harry's doing burnouts to warm up his rear tires. Let's see. Oh, Squarehead has DSQ'd his start, and Monster has taken it very carefully, I think. And now we're waiting for Freddy. Friday. Harry will bottle. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Many people have disqualified by parking, including position 6 and 7. Okay, here we go. The Silverstone sprint race for tier 2. Squarehead is ghost. I don't know why, but the 5 red lights are on and we're underway with Harry on pole. He's got a decent enough launch. Squarehead stays second, and Michael's on the inside of Monster. Michael pushes Monster a little bit wide. Monster cuts the track or something. Here comes JB, and on the inside of Michael in turn 3. JB already P3, and there goes around the Ferrari and the Mercedes. Kukerem is already behind. Freddy hasn't even started. He's DNF'd already. Will making positions up to P5. Battling with Monster now. They make contact out of that corner. Few people going wide. I think one of them was Peder. Peder not looking to get P1 this race. What Marius predicted, but Harry keeps his lead. And Squarehead closely following. JB is in P3, who gained 3 positions, I think, on that starting sequence. And Monster, the biggest loser, from P3 to P6. JB going wide there, including Pila, I think. Here the gaps are already close. Peder getting past his teammate on the exit of Cops Corner. Pilo made a mistake there. And Harry keeping his lead. JB already 1.3 seconds behind Squarehead, but he is closing the gap. Peder and Lewis battling. Lewis getting passed by the Ferrari driver. And Monster has a penalty. Wait, let me look at what it is. 3 seconds already in the sprint race. Okay. He's gonna have a rough race if he keeps going on like that. Harry with the fastest lap. Pretty obvious when you're in first after one lap, but okay. Still keeping the lead. And Squarehead keeping his speed too. I think those are the only people that has stayed on the same positions. Maybe Pilo. Wait, where position here? Oh, and Lewis and Peter also back on their starting positions, including Michael. There goes a Ferrari way to the side. I think that was Peter. Let me change this back. So Monster is beneath the rear wing of Will. Has a little wobble on the exit, so he's not gonna do anything into Cobb's corner. It's very hard to overtake on Silverstone, and if it's raining, it's even worse. I don't think I can see penalties being handed out. I don't know why, but sometimes I don't get the message of like this guy is going to penalty, you know? Anyways. Peter gets past Robert as well now. He's making a charge for the top 5 in this sprint race. He's just gotten inside the points because top 8 gets points. Is he gonna send it on the Aston Martin? Almost does. Brakes way later than Kian. Oh, little wobble on the exit. Trying to square out the exit. There goes Robert on the curb and now alongside of the Ferrari driver. Peter got a not so great exit out of the last few corners and Robert makes the move stick on turn 1 and gets himself into the points again of this sprint race. Goes a little bit deep into turn 3 but keeps his position. And the top 2 keeping the gap to the rest of the field. Everyone around 1 second of each other. Here comes Peter again on Robert out of the last corner before the straight. He gets the move down and here comes Pilo also on the inside into Brooklands. And Robert lets it happen. No, he's gonna stick it up the inside again of the Ferrari. It's a 1v2 and Robert keeps his position. Peter is gonna try to back him up into Pilo. Pilo has damage on his right front wing. Is he now alongside of the racing wall? Yes, he is. Almost inside of his teammate into Cobb's corner. But Robert did a switch back into Cobb's corner. Is now right behind Peter again. Back into P9 for the racing wall driver. No, I'm not up there. Oh, Robert going off track there. Definitely picks up a warning. Harry is still on P1, yeah? Monster has lost some time to Will, except if Will lost that, goes horizontally into the last chicane. Interesting strategy there. Monster is struggling in the wet, I think. But he is still inside of the points. Just about, even with his 3 seconds penalty. Unless it has been upgraded to 6. No, not yet. Squarehead keeps staying with Harry, but hasn't gotten the chance to set up an attack or something. Opmerda, what are you even saying, Skolfkong? Oh, okay. Squarehead going a little bit wide. I know that you can get a penalty for that. No. But there, close to Kian and goes around the outside into Megas and Becker. There's contact between the Aston Martin Ferrari. And I think the Aston Martin has gotten wing damage during that fight. I saw his end plate falling off. And now he lost the position and lost his end plate on the right. Here comes Robert as well, trying to make the move. Trying to use the situation to his advantage, and Robert goes into P8 ahead of the Aston Martin driver. Harry again, fastest lap of the race. The track of course keeps evolving. And Squarehead is still staying with him. Pit Air now with the fastest lap. Has some clean air the last lap, so could have pushed onto P6. He now virtually is P6 because of the penalty of Monster. Pillow and Kian now in a battle. Kian of course has damage. Pillow has damage as well, I think. Now Pillow gets past Kian on track because he still has a penalty. Wait, maybe Squarehead has gotten the penalty because he had to cut the track in lap 1. Since there was much chaos and he was forced to go off track, so he decided to just take the day off. These two have been setting the pace this sprint race because they already are 3 seconds ahead of JB. So Squarehead is gonna gain some points on his championship rival. The gap is now 6 points, and if we finish like this, it's gonna be 5. So it's everything to play for in the main race. After the restart, of course. But we'll keep watching, see if there's gonna be a battle for the win in this sprint race. Squarehead sets the fastest lap, has the pace. Robert picks up a penalty. So now this battle for P8 is gonna decide who gets the last points in this race. But there again, fastest lap, but gets it 3 seconds. So he has to get past Monster to get more points in this race. He looks like he has the pace to do so, but Monster, I think, will defend for position 6 and 7. Oh, Pilo has sent it on Robert and slows down his car a lot to... He's going too slow on the apexes to make sure that Robert doesn't get the switchback on him. We're now in lap 6 of 9. And Robert still has the whole front wing, so he may be able to catch up again to the Ferrari driver and get this one last point given out in the sprint race. I didn't even... Wait, I'm gonna look at the ERS. Squared is low in ERS. Harry has almost double of him. So... he is in favor now. Here comes Peter. Passed by Monster, but Monster goes for the switchback. Has he gotten it? He's on the outside of the chicane now. Gonna go to the inside, but can't break next to Peter, and Peter moves up into P6. Oh, Squared is really close to Harry now. The gap is less than 5 tenths. Now it's 3 tenths. Maybe now is the chance to set up an attack, but there's no DRS and he hasn't got enough DRS, I think. He brakes way later now. Oh, picks up a warning there, I think. I heard in chat that he has 1 warning already, so now we have to give it within the white lines. Maybe save a little bit of ERS in the coming laps and then go for it on the last. And Michael is cooling down his tires using the wet parts of the track. They may suffer overheating already, so... And I think there's gonna be a battle here in these positions. There's a train from P3 until P7, more 6. A train of 4 and then Monsters 1.7 behind. Lewis and Kian are fighting together with Kukera. Oh, the Mercedes almost spins due to contact with the Aston Martin. But Lewis stays P10. No points for him though. They're 6 seconds behind. Peder sends it on to Willie Martin in the last chicane. Here he goes on the outside, and Will and Peder make contact. Will didn't get enough space on the inside there, but Peder makes the move stick in the end. But Will can get the position back on penalties, so that's something. I think Kieran spun again, or there was a yellow flag back here. Squarehead again, pretty close to Harry. The gap is growing on the exits. Harry has 2 warnings. Okay, good to know. Next warning for Harry is a penalty, and he will lose the sprint to win. Will does have to push a little bit to stay in the 3 seconds of Peder to get P5 back in this race, but Peder will struggle to get past the P3 and P4. And here comes Michael in the slipstream of JB. Is he gonna send it in cops? No, he awaits his chances. Michael looking to have way more overspeed comparing to JB. Robert got another penalty, so he's not gonna fight for the points anymore. Oh, and Peder almost spins it out of Maggots and Beckett's. And that gives the chance to Will to catch back up again, and Peder maybe losing the opportunity to attack the top 3 and 4. If he pushes on, he can still make a move, maybe. And these two, the top 2, still holding hands this whole sprint race. The gap has never been bigger than 1.2, I think. And maybe now is a chance for Squarehead to send it. No, he's too far back again into this braking zone. And without DRS, it's so impossible to overtake on Silverstone, especially in the rain. And look at this group of 4. Let's see who's gonna send it and who is not. Oh, Peder goes off track. That gives a chance to Will to get alongside him on the exit. On the straight, Will and Peder alongside each other. Aston Martin on the inside, Peder on the outside. Will has the better line, gets the move done, I think. And Peder loses 5th place. Jacob left to start a new lobby for the restart, and here comes Michael in the slipstream of JB. Last lap of the race. Can he make a move for the sprint podium positions on the inside of Cobb's corner, and he backs out of it. He almost got fully alongside to JB, but JB scared him enough. Here comes Michael again with some overspeed. His last chance is gonna be the final straight into Stoke corner. And the same counts for Squarehead, because he's all over Harry. Last lap of the sprint race. He's not close enough though, he can't send it from here. He brakes later, but Harry has the better line, keeps it on the dry line as well. And I think DM and Harry is gonna win this race. Peder is past Will again, the Ferrari driver, but Harry has led this whole sprint race, and he's gonna win the sprint race for 10 points in NSC. And Squarehead, only 2 tenths behind, is gonna stay P2. JB defended well against Michael, is gonna stay P3. Michael finishes P4. Will is gonna get the position back on Peder because of the penalty. So Peder is gonna be P6. Monster is gonna be P7, and Pilo gets the last points in the sprint race. Harry winning a race before GTA 6. So in this sprint race though, now we're gonna get on into the main qualifying. Almost Pulkleda Hamilton. Oh yeah. Yeah, I agree, Marius. Oh, why do I don't see team logos, I see F1 World logos. Okay. Well, here are the thingies, the timings. I will also get all warnings. Yeah, Monster got a 3 seconds because of cutting the corner, so he may be able to send it in. Oh, okay. Okay, now we have to all leave again to join Jacob's lobby. Everyone leave again. Everyone leave. I hope they've been notified. Oh, Jacob, I have just now seen your message. Sorry. I will do it on the other race. I've never done it, so. Why am I not in the lobby? What do you mean? Wait, this is Yarrow, right? This has to be Yarrow. Pierre Goatsley? We're doing a restart, so everyone has to join back because the grid was fucked after sprint qualifying. And we have to do a sprint race and then restart again to do qualifying in the race. So, yeah. Yeah. FEC type behavior. Stop blaming darts, mate. Good job, Will. Dutch is not. It's not German taking drugs. No. German is Dutch taking drugs. It's the other way around. Skofkong, what are you even saying, man? Opmer is dus Loki Opmer. Okay. What? I'm gonna eat my last cookie. My pink cookie. Oh, I can't get it out of the package. Nope. Stop doing ASMR. Okay, I'm Kong, I cannot bottle the championship if I'm not there. I'm missing 2 of the next 3 races, so. Well, shut up, man. No, it's not. No, it's not. Okay, here we go again. No, just a simple, short qualifying with a 50% race of Mir admitting his bottle. Using grape hacks and still won't win. I've won every race I've done, Marius. How can I can't do more? No, not great. It said grape hacks on your message. I'm not graping anyone. Oh, fuck off. Who hasn't joined? We're missing someone. Who are we missing? We have both Ferraris, both Williams, both Saubers. We're missing Lewis. Lewis is there. No, where's Lewis? Has Lewis just quit racing from now on? Let me look. Where's Lewis? Has Lewis just quit? Where's Lewis? He's not racing anymore. Oh, okay. No Lewis then. Fully drive. Okay. Who's gonna be first to exit the pits and start our first flying laps? It's dry now all the way, so no more rain in Silverstone here in NSC. The first person is gonna be an Aston Martin. Is it Kian or is it Will? No clue. So there comes Michael, I think. Everyone is going out. The first one was... No, it was Kian. No, it wasn't Kian, it was Will. Yeah. Will, the first on track, trying to get the spotlight from me. Audience... Why am I getting flamed in the chat for no reason? Yeah, Skofung, how about you getting some points soon, mate? Get out. I'm first in the constructors and first in the drivers. I can't do more. I'm not bottling anything! Oh, this is such rage, mate. Who's first now? It's Pedair. Well, I think he's gonna get pole because he seems quick. He made light work of loads of people in the sprint race, so. In about 24 hours I will be third. Yeah, maybe because I can't race tomorrow. But I will be enjoying life in Amsterdam, so I don't care. Okay, here comes Peter. Let's look on board with his hot lap. Everyone is on track right now except for Ethan, so it's gonna be loads of times coming in soon when Peter finishes his lap. And until now, looks pretty clean. He used a lot of ERS though. Jesus, going all the way to 40 until here is crazy. I do 25.3. Dragon, who are you again? Oh, little slide in the cops corner, but okay. Well, here he goes from backwards and backwards. Taking it pretty carefully. And right up to the white line, maximizing all the track usage. I think this is gonna be a 26-3. That's my guess. Peter comes over the line, 26-4, almost guessed it right. The next one is Willie Martin. Can Willie Martin beat the time? No, 27-6. Here comes Robert, I think. Yeah, Robert goes into P3, 1/10 behind Will. JB goes into P4 in the same, so he's 8 thousandths behind Robert. The next one up is Kukjerem. The Mercedes driver is gonna start his lap over, I think. And then there's a Sauber. Michael also has an invalidate, so he won't be able to set a time at this run. The next one is also a Sauber. It's Friday, no clue. Hasn't used all of his ERS, but goes into P2 behind Peter. But he's 1 second behind, even more. The next one is Pilo, and he goes into P2, also a second behind. So Peter is 1 second faster than everyone until now. A lot of people have invalidated, I see, because 4 people already got into the pits early, and some people went over the line with an invalidated lap, so. You guys are not real. You guys are not real. Oh my god. Let's see, who's the next lap time? Kukjerem is on the left, I think. Yeah, he is. Now going through the final chicane. Oh, and he spins to the exit of the last corner. And now he has to do an on. Oh, watch out for the Alpine, Ethan. Is it Ethan? Yeah. Ethan sets a 29.7, goes into P7. Kukjerem 36.2. Damn, Michael 33.1. Insane lap times coming from these guys. I think Michael's on another lap. Because, oh, and he spins on the exit. May have been distracted by the Mercedes going off track right in front of him. I have no clue what's going on with these guys, but okay. Oh. Wait, where's... oh, there it is. Who's next to set a lap time? A competitive lap time. What is this guy doing, man? He's cutting it, but not cutting it optimally, so he's just driving through curbs. No one's on the lap, I think. So the next one up is gonna be Monster. I'm gonna watch him doing his first valid lap time, I hope, for him. He's on hot lap. I don't think that's the optimal way to go about it. Oh well. Oh well, oh well, oh well. Now, why are we in hot lap? I'm gonna message him after his lap saying he has to not use hot lap, but use medium. $27.5 first sector. No clue if it's good or not, but oh well. Is Michael again on the lap? He is. How much fuel does this guy take on his runs? That's crazy. Here goes a monster through maggots and Beckett's. It's a decent looking time. He has used way too much ERS though. Here he goes through the final chicane. And his time is gonna be P7, 27.8. Okay, let me message him. Let me message him. Stop. Okay, who's on the lap now? There's gonna be someone's at a time. I think it's it's Squarehead. Squarehead's gone into P2, 2 tenths behind there. So that's a decent time for him. And many people are on laps now. Who's the first one that's gonna finish it? Monster is the first one on track, but he is on an in lap. Will's on an out lap, so Kukerem also an out lap. Robert is the first one, but he's not using ERS. Has to get out of the way of Pillow Game, because Pillow Game is on a lap. He was improving 50 hundredths of a second into the second sector. Here he goes through maggots and Beckett's. Let's see how much he can improve. He needs a whole second to get into P1. And he gets 2 tenths, so he will stay P3 if it goes on like this. Let's see what he can do into the last chicane. Oh, and he spins his car on the exit of the final corner, like we saw someone else do as well. I think it was, who was it? I think Michael. Oh no, Kukerem was it. So Pillow Game has to get back into the pits, and he's waving. Who's next? Michael is going inside of pits. Freddy is going on. He's on a hot lap. Where is he gonna put his car? Is he gonna gain a position? Yes, he gains a position on Pillow, the Ferrari, and gets himself into P3. Aston Martin is going in, so we're gonna watch with Will. Looking to gain some positions from his P6, where he stands right now. Almost cuts the second part of Maggots and Beckett's, but keeps it on track and is improving by 5 tenths. That's gonna get him into P4. If he improves even more in the last sector, he may be looking at the top 3. Now into the final chicane. Oh, a little bit deep on the entry. If he squares at the exit, he may be P3, P4. That's what he's aiming at. And he goes into P3 with a 26.8. Impressive time from Willie Martin. Only 2 tenths behind P2 and 4 tenths behind P1. Kukerem goes into P5 with a 27.3. There goes Robert into the final chicane. He's gonna start his lap, I think. Yeah. Robert is starting his lap over. He used a lot of ERS to do so in the beginning, so I don't think there's gonna be a great hot lap, but we'll see. Is anyone else on the lap? Kukerem, Freddy, Willie Martin, all on an in lap right now. So we're gonna be waiting for the last runs to get started. Monster is already out on an out lap. That's early for the last runs. He may get in after this, or this may be his last chance at improving his time. We'll see. Now, well, let's see what Monster is gonna do on, I think, his last lap of this qualifying. Pretty early, but this way he doesn't have any traffic doing so. He's in pretty high gears for these corners, but oh well. Is he gonna improve in the first sector? Yes, by 1/10. That already gains him 2 positions. But we know there's more time to be found. Michael is the first of the remaining people to go on out lap, and Ethan is also starting his lap. Here comes Monster through Maggots and Beckett's. The last part of sector 2 and going into sector 3 after this left-hander. 3/10 improvement. That will, as of now, bring him into P7. If he can find more time in the remaining sector, he may be looking at a P5 here. Here comes Monster into the final chicane. Squaring out the exit, and he's gonna improve into P6. Only one less than a tenth behind Kukerim. And that's the end of his qualifying, I think, because I don't think he's able to set another lap on his tires. Or he has to be, or he has to have a lot of fuel. Ethan has invalidated, so he's done for this qualifying. He's just gonna spin it out of track, and that's his qualifying over. He's looking at... Wait, where's Harry? Is Harry just waiting until the end to set one lap? Yeah, he is. No way. Yeah, but he was outside, so he just invalidated twice, I think. Okay, let's look at Michael. He's the first one on the lap, I think. But he's doing 2 out laps, it looks like. Okay. Michael on 2 out laps. Is someone else on the lap? Monster, Michael? No, no one is on the lap right now. So the first one is gonna be Willie Martin. It's not. It's gonna be Kian, excuse me. Kian now entering the final chicane before starting his hot lap, and he's gonna start off the bunch of final runs. And we're gonna watch with him on board. Tenths improvement in the first sector already. That brings him 0 positions gained, but it shows that he has a lot of time to gain in this lap. Let's see, through Maggots and Beckett now. Missing some apexes. It's not a keyword. I think he's on controller, but hasn't gotten used to it yet, I think. He may be on keyboard though. He has used all of his ERS though, so he has not any more to use on this exit, but he will try and make the most of it. And he goes, oh, he stays P11. can't get a position gain. Here comes Robert, goes into P4, 27-0. The next one is going to be the Mercedes. He's got an invalidate. He wants to improve. Maximum of P7 for him. Then comes Friday, also an invalidate. Well, then Michael's the next one that will be able to improve. Is improving by 0.4 of a second. That will bring him up to P6. If he keeps that improvement, of course. So Michael's now looking at P6 on the leaderboard in his qualifying. He has a Ferrari close by behind him. Michael goes over the line and goes into P4 even. The next one is Pilo Game. He goes into P3 with a 26.7, 6.7. Here comes Peter, provisional pole sitter. 1 in the end for that makes a massive error on the exit. And that definitely costs him pole. And if Squarehead can get the improvement, but he doesn't. He can't get P1. Here comes Willie Martin. Where does Willie Martin go? Stays P4. Then JB is still left, but he isn't setting a lap time. And Harry goes into P12. So Harry had pole in the sprint, but now he is second last. Okay. And Skovkong says I'm bottling. Okay. Well, it's Peter on P1, Squarehead P2, Pillow P3, Willie Martin P4, Michael P5, Robert P6, Friday 7, JB 8, Kukier 9, Monster 10, Kian 11, Harry 12, and Ethan is last in 13. How I do P3? I'm slow here, as hell. Okay. Pick me. Just kidding. Well, let's hope you can make the P3 work in the race. Marker. Now we're waiting for everyone to choose their strategies. Wait, let's look at the tires. Everyone on mediums except for Harry and Ethan going on softs, trying to gain some positions in the opening stage of the race and then probably do a two-stop. And if they undercut people with their first stop and then there's a safety car in their first and second, they may be on for a great race. Tier 2 is doomed. Yeah, maybe. Most people on mediums though, so that's something. Yeah. I hope Peter doesn't just drive away in the first lap and then wins with like 10 seconds. That would be pretty sad. But the gap for the championship is now 5 points after the sprint race, with Squarehead 5 points behind JB, and JB is 8, so Squarehead has a big opportunity to gain the lead in the Drivers' Championship. They're going so slow here. Oh well. Oh, what's this guy doing? Oh, it's the Marius thread. No way. No way, he did the Marius thread. Did you see that, Marius? Maybe gives a chance for Squarehead to get a good launch on the Ferrari besides him, because Pedro just disqualified him. But okay, Marius told him to do that. But we're here for the start of the British GP in NSC T2. Pedro on pole, Squarehead P2, and the lights are out and we're underway. Let's see who has the best start of the front people. It looks like Pilo has a really good start, and Squarehead already on the inside of Pedro. Can't get it enough alongside to gain a position and settles for P2. And there goes is that Kukarum all the way in the back, loses all his front, doesn't lose his front wing, but it's 13th already. And here comes Squarehead in the slipstream of Pedro on the inside going into Brooklyn. Is he gonna make the move stick? Pedro goes very deep to define the outside, and here he has the inside, but Squarehead launched it around the outside. Willie Martin is already P3. Wait, what happened to Pilogame? Pilogame lost all his positions and is now down in P10. But we're looking at the fight for the lead. Here comes Squarehead on the inside. Here comes Corner, almost did Hamilton, but doesn't make a stick. And settles his position in P2 as of right now. Harry, how is Harry already P5? He's making really good use of those soft tires and gained like 8 positions in the opening stages. Here comes Willie Martin on the inside of Squarehead. Will is going from P4 to P2 in the first lap. Here they go side by side to Stoke Corner. Very nice racing from both drivers. Will still on the inside and gains the position on Squarehead. Squarehead still launches it around on the inside. Towards dummy, here he goes for the switchback on Will. Can he make it stick? Will leaves him the space, but Squarehead hits the curb and loses his momentum, and Will makes his move for P2. And Kukarum is in the pits. JB has already gotten a penalty. That doesn't favor his chances in the championship. And here comes Pilogame on the inside of JB. And there's contact between the Haas and the front driver, but Pilogame gains P8 back. Very little wobble on the exit. Here comes the Will with DRS. Can't send it on the inside in this corner yet, but looks like having the pace for the front runners. But everyone does, because there's a whole train from P1 until Monster. I don't know what happened to Monster, how he has lost so much time, but he did, so that's what it's about. And in this DRS zone it's really hard to overtake, especially if your tires are dying. What looks like to be happening to DM and Harry, because he has Robert all over him. The soft tires will die off quickly and will make it so that the medium get more grip. And here goes Robert almost on the inside of Harry into Stoke Corner. But Harry just about keeps his P5 when he goes really deep into there. Pilo sends it on Friday, I don't even know, and gets himself into P7. Here comes JB looking to gain the position on Friday as well into turn 1. There he goes. Friday leaves him the space and just about holds on to P8. And Harry has lost DRS on the top 4. So it's a matter of time for Robert and Pilo to get past him. Because if they don't, they're gonna lose massive times to the front runners. And Harry is gonna struggle on those soft tires on exit. He's already lost 7 tenths to DRS. Here comes Squarehead on the outside of Will into Maggots and Beckett's. I think Will made a little error in comes corner, and Squarehead already all over the back of Peter. And Will just rides the curve there. That gives a chance to Michael to maybe set him an attack. But here comes Squarehead with DRS. Won't get close enough. Michael then. Michael's looking on the inside of Will, but can't set a move. And he goes a little bit wide there. Makes him lose a little bit of time. Demon Harry now gets overtaken by Robert. Demon Harry sends him up the inside of the last chicane. Robert keeps the position and gets 5th. Yo, Harry a little bit of a wobble on the exit. Here comes Pilo Game in the last corner. Gets P7. And Harry is struggling on those soft tires. Monster has crashed out of the last corner, and there's a safety car. Virtual safety car, I mean. I don't know what happened there, but Monster is keeping his DNF streak, it looks like. Well, there's a virtual safety car, so people gotta respect the delta and hope they get a good launch on the VSC ending. What's going on here? Why is Peter going so slow? I think it's ending. It looks like it's ending. Oh, when is the green flags? Is there gonna be any drive-through penalties? I can't see when it's ending, so it's not great for. And Pederis just launched it on the exit. Suddenly gains like 6 tenths by doing so. But there's still a VSC. Oh, now it ends. And Pederis had to brake, so Monster is back in DRS, but goes off track there, so maybe he gets up a warning. And Will is able to stick with the guys in front. Harry goes into the pits. And pits from those old softs that were losing so much time, and I think he's gonna go to hards or mediums. I mean, he should. If he goes into softs again, I'm gonna kill him. Here comes Pilo Game, very close to Robert. Is he gonna send it? He looks on the inside of the Racing Bull, but he doesn't dare sending it from 2 tenths back. And Will has lost DRS, I think. Yeah, Will has no DRS to the top 2 and may lose the DRS for the rest of the race. Here comes Pilo, is already past Robert on the straight. And now it's to him to get back into the DRS of Michael, who's 2 seconds ahead. Kukerem has spun at the last corner. Kukerem not having the best race as of right now. And Squarehead goes off track again. Will gets himself back into DRS. Kukerem has left, he's DNF'd on track, so that's not great, but okay. So we're left with 11 drivers. 2 retirements already. Pilo Game and Robert are only losing time to Michael. It isn't looking like they're gonna catch up to the top 4. Especially not with Pilo Gaming or Game being ghosted there. I don't know what happened. He looked ghosted, but here comes Robert on the inside. Beautiful helicopter view. Robert now on the outside for the second part of Brooklyn. Here he has to get the better exit on the outside to make the move stick. He does. They're going side by side into Cobb's corner. Pilo Game just about gets his car in front and stays P5. But with all this battling, they're losing 2 seconds to the cars in front, so not great for the race. But maybe there will be a safety car later that will make them catch up again. And Will has lost DRS again to Squarehead and Peter. Peter sets the fastest lap while keeping his lead, just like Harry did in the sprint race. And here there's a beautiful pack of 4 cars fighting for P5. And Squarehead makes a move for the lead into Brooklands. Here he goes on the inside, now on the outside. Peter defends the inside line. Can Squarehead get a good enough exit on the outside? No, he doesn't. He can settle into the slipstream, maybe get a run on into Cop's corner, but he doesn't. And Peter successfully defends his first position. Here goes Squarehead off track again. I hope he didn't get a warning for it. And Robert gets himself a penalty. Michael also got a warning there probably. Here comes Squared again with DRS and DRS. Can he make a move into Stoke corner? Yes, he can on the inside. And can he make it stick? No. Peter just about gets the better exit on the outside. Can Squared send it again? No. He had a little look on the inside, but didn't quite manage to send it. Is he using DRS right now? Oh, goes a little bit wide out of turn 1. And Kian and Ethan are already inside of the pits. Wait, was Ethan not on softs? Ethan was on softs. He is a ghost. I don't know if he's disconnected or not, but oh well. Oh, here goes Squared again. Was looking on the insides, very close to the back of the Ferrari driver. Oh, there he almost hits the pit there on his rear. But just about manages to avoid the red car in front of him. I don't know if Ethan... Is Ethan an AI? I have no clue. And what tires is Harry? Oh, he's on hard, okay. Harry on the massive undercut right now, but he is also on a 2-stop, so I don't think you'll gain a lot by it, since these guys are only gonna make 1 pit stop, I think. Oh, Squarehead goes a little bit wide, that's definitely a warning. You have to watch out by getting those, because you don't want to get 3 seconds when you're in the fight for the lead. And Peter just went a little bit wide, deep there. Gives a chance to Square to take a move. Friday gets a 10-second in the piss. You see that very often on this track, people getting 10 seconds. Will almost is inside of the DRS again, because of the battles these 2 leading cars are having. And many people are pitting in lap 9 already. What tires? Are they all going to hards? Because I'd say the lap 10 is the most optimal. What tires is Robert? Robert is on mediums again. So he's doing a 2-stop as well. And Squared and Peter are battling. Wait, I'm lagging. Oh no. Oh, they make contact into Cop's corner. Here goes Squared, better exit. Tries to get alongside him for Megas to Beckers, but can't make a stick. These guys have been battling all race. And there's gonna be a massive conclusion on who gets the lead. Oh, Will and Squared both going wide there out of Megas and Beckers. And Michael's now looking to gain a place on Will. Here goes Squared around the outside of Peter. Can he make it stick? Stays on track, but Peter just about gets a better exit out of Stowe corner. And Squared again has to stay P2 as of right now. So Michael goes for the undercut on these two guys. Lap 9 is very early for the one stop, so he may be going on a two stop as well, as you've seen many people do already. And now Will is close to the back of Squarehead. Squarehead was kind of saving, I think. And where does Harry come out in comparison to the top drivers? He's gonna come out in ahead of Michael, and if the other guys stop, he's gonna come out ahead of Peter and Squarehead and Will. So Harry's gonna lead this race for some time, I think. But his tires are way worse than these guys. So yeah. It looks like these guys are gonna go on the one stop. Squarehead goes wide again. I wonder how many warnings he has. Michael has already gotten past Harry. Here a three-way battle for P5. And Squarehead or Michael is on a massive undercut on the leading cars. Let's see, are they gonna come in this lap, in lap 10? Peter is driving on, Squarehead is also driving on. Will goes for the undercut on the guys in front of him. But they will struggle with tires going towards the end of the race. But it may be worth it, the track position. Pillow Game also went for the undercut, but he gets a 10-second into the pits for driving too fast. Robert also has gotten past Harry after Michael did. But Robert is also on a two-stop, so he's kind of on the same strategy as Michael. And here come Michael and Robert well past. Oh, and Pillow Game spun out of the pit. What happened to him? He was inside of the pits and then he just... Huh? I think he spun on the pit exit and now he's got damage. And his race is ruined. I don't think he knows that Ethan is an AI, but I think he should know. And now it's time for the leading cars to get inside of the pits. Because they're getting undercut as right now. Michael is only 23 seconds behind Squarehead. And the pit loss is about... Oh, there goes JB on the inside of Harry into cops. And there's contact again. Harry is using... Oh, he just gives a return touch. And there goes Friday on the outside of JB. JB sent it on Harry into cops corner. And Harry didn't quite like that, assuming from his reaction. Michael... on the undercut, I think he's going to lead this race, since Squarehead and Peter are both inside of the pits. Oh, Squarehead was, I thought it was ahead, but that was because of his pit box being later in the pit lane. But here come Michael and Robert. Both did an undercut. Robert on the two stop. Michael may be on the one stop. And they're gonna come out pretty comfortably ahead of the leading two drivers. And the same goes for Will. Will, Robert and Michael now ahead of the two guys that were leading the race before the pit stops. And Harry is holding up these two guys, JB and Friday. Here comes JB inside of the slipstream of Harry with DRS. Harry defends heavily. JB now on the outside of the Red Bull driver. Can he make it stick? They touch wheels again. JB now on the inside with his better medium tires, I assume. And he makes the move stick, and Friday wants to use situation as well, but he can't as right now. And now Michael leads the race with Robert behind him as a sort of shield, because he's on the worst tires right now. And you can see that by Will just getting under his rear wing. Will makes the move on Robert, and Peder is starting to come with him on the inside of Robert. Robert leaves the space, but gets the better line and more speed, gets another 3 seconds. Peder is gonna send it on the inside, I assume. Oh, and Robert goes way too deep. The V-carb now on the inside on the second last turn, and now onto the last corner of the racetrack. Still on the inside, and Peder gets past. Is Squared gonna get past as well into turn 1? Yes, he is. He has to stick with his rival. And there he gets another. He should get a warning there, but he doesn't. Okay. Oh well. Public execution. Have you left? Have you just paused your game to type in chat below? And now it's the same top four that were the top 4 before the pits. Just almost the other way around. Because Michael was 4th, Will was 3rd, and then Peder was 1st, of course, and Squarehead was 2nd. Just keep driving below. Oh, Will gets a penalty. Oh, so he's gonna drop down to P4 if they finish like this. He wasn't around for maybe taking the lead in this race, but now with that penalty to his name, his chances are getting slimmer and slimmer. And that's definitely the case if Peder can overtake him. He was close to the Aston Martin, but couldn't quite make his move. Peder also gets the fastest lap of the race. So over the back of Will, here comes Squarehead on the outside of Peder. Peder went a little bit deep into the chicane, but Squarehead just about couldn't make his move stick. He now is using to get onto the back of the Ferrari. Hasn't got enough ERS to make his move. How much does he have? 33. But I'm gonna turn this on for now. Will has a lot of ERS. Same for Michael. Squarehead gets a 3 seconds. About time, but he as well now. It's gonna be hard for him to win this race if the other guys don't get a penalty for themselves. It's gonna be an almighty battle for the lead going towards the end of this race. Will with almost 100 ERS. And Michael also still has 70. The other guys have used more. Oh, there goes Squared again, wide on the exit. I'm curious to see how this race is gonna turn out. Oh, there goes Squared on the inside of turn 4 on Peder and trying to get the exit to gain the position P3. They're going side by side onto Brooklyn's. Will as well may be able to set an attack on the sour driver. He does. 2-way side by side, I think. Yeah, Peder just about gets his position, and Will also on the outside can get the exit. Has way more, he has almost only 10 more ERS, so isn't able to get this position right now. But there has been attacks for the lead of Michael. I mean, Will has to, he has a penalty, he has to try and do something and drive away maybe in these last 12 laps of the race, 11 and a half now. Here comes Peder again, using a lot of ERS, trying to get alongside Will. Is he gonna send it into Stone? No. Keeps his car behind the Aston Martin. What must be said is that Michael has been on his tires since lap 9, so he maybe maybe looking close to a puncture towards the end of the race. But we'll see. We're now on lap 16 of 26, so no threatening of punctures yet, I assume. Harry also in the pits for his last pit stop, falling down to P10. And now he has to push on to make a charge for better positions. It's now about the space, not anymore about the strategy. But there's looking at the back of Will in the Aston Martin, taking some better lines, maybe making a move, because Peter has to get past Will to get past Michael. And if he doesn't, it's just Michael's race to lose. There's no other battles on track right now, so we're gonna keep watching at the top 4, since you're at the top 4, of course, and they're the closest to each other. Robert, going into his second pit stop, picks up a 10-second, and that's the 3rd time someone has done that this race. Squared having a little trouble trying to keep with the top 3, but manages to still keep it inside of the DRS. And Kian now up to P6. I don't know how long he has been on these hard tires. Since lap 8, I think. So I don't know if he's gonna make it to the end. He may have to make another pit stop, I assume so. Oh, and here comes Peter inside Magnussen Beckett's wheel, trying to defend his position, and he does so successfully. He does go a little bit wide there. This gives Peter the better exit, but Will, we've seen, has better battery management and has far more battery, and is able to keep his P2 on track for now. I was just looking away from this top 4 battle, and I've just seen. Oh, Will, no! He spins on the exit of the ape of the chicane, and now loses loads of time to the top 4. And now he has to push on to get back into the DRS of Squarehead. He should be able to with his loads of ERS, but he just fully spins it almost on the exit there. He just turns left when you have to go right, but oh well. Now it's on him to get back into DRS, and now Peter has 3 sides at Michael. Michael on all the tires, 2 laps all the tires, and has no DRS because there's no one in front of him, like Will had. So he has to do everything to keep Peter behind. And it doesn't look like Will is gaining any time on the top 3. He may have bumped his race there. You can see him in the background. 1 point, yeah, almost 2 seconds behind. He loses like 3 or 4 tenths due to DRS. And now it's a battle between Michael and Peter for this win. And if they get penalties, Squarehead may be in the fight. But there has a lot of ERS now. He's been saving a lot to maybe set up an attack, and here he goes on the inside of Michael. And he just gains the lead like that. But Michael has the DRS, I know for certain. Yes, he does. Can he get in the good enough exit? A little wall there. And it may cause it that he can't do anything back to Peter. And Squared was also looking behind him. He has way less ERS than Michael. Friday is in the pits again. And Michael has also lost DRS already. But they're pushing on to gain on the lead. And he successfully does so. And now Squarehead is stuck behind Michael for this lap and the next. So if Peter doesn't make any mistakes, he's gonna walk away with this win in Silverstone. He's already has a lead of 2 seconds. And I think he's just gonna walk away with this one. Oh no, wheel spun again! On the exit of turn 2 and 1 and 2. And he's losing massive times again. I mean, he's still 22 seconds ahead of Robert, so shouldn't be a big deal, but the wheel just... his chances of getting a podium here is slipping away from him. And here goes Squarehead on the inside and now outside of Michael. He has to make this move to maybe catch up to Peter again. And he does so successfully. Gets ahead of Michael and now it's on him to extend the gap to around the outside on Cops of Michael. Michael was trying to get the position back into Cops corner. But Squarehead sticks it around the outside and keeps P2. And now he has to get back inside of DRS, inside the DRS of Peter, which is not gonna be easy without the DRS. But I mean, he is getting closer and closer, and he's already in the DRS again. Why is Peter not using any DRS? He's on 100. Now he is. He's just been on 100 for so long. He's gonna use that to stay ahead of Squarehead. Squarehead also has a 3-second time penalty, so he has to make sure he can maybe gap Michael out of DRS, so Michael will struggle, and then Peter and Squarehead can drive away in these remaining 5 laps of the race. What the fuck is going on, bro? No clue. Squarehead does have DRS, but Peter just has way more ERS. You should be able to use it to just gap him. That's what he's doing now. But Squarehead also just kept Michael like that, so I think he will keep his P2 maybe. If you make sure the gap is getting bigger than 3 seconds. All these people using hot lap, it's killing me. Wait, let's look at the penalties. Does someone have... oh, Robert has 16 seconds. So he's gonna lose some positions. I mean, he's gonna be at least P10, I think. Except if he just finds massive pace and can neglect some of his penalty time. I think Michael just has to make sure his tires don't explode, since he has been on these hard since lap 9, and that's a long time, I can tell you. Squared is doing everything to get back into the DRS of Peter, but Peter just has too much DRS to do it. he's back within 1 second. I don't know if he has DRS. He does. Squared is in DRS again, but I think Pedersen is gonna use everything to gap him again out of that 1 second. If he stays within the DRS, he can maybe get Michael and make sure he stays P2 for this race. It's all about how Peter is using his ERS. It looks like Squared is gonna secure the ERS. He is. So he's gonna stay with Peter for the remaining of this race, I think. They now are on similar ERS levels. Michael has also, or not Michael, Will has also lost massive pace since his little incidents. Here comes Freddy around the outside of Harry with a massive move for P7. Both guys without a penalty. So it's about real points here. And it's about P6 because Robert is gonna fall down for sure. But Freddy has to keep the pace up, and Squared makes the move for P1. Squared now in the lead of this race. He does have less ERS, and Peter has way more, and he has DRS, so we can maybe get this position back. Squared is doing everything to give the lead there. And here comes Peter on the outside of Stowe corner. Is he going to make the move stick? Square defends the inside. The Ferrari driver around the outside. I can't see what's happening. He keeps the outside and he gains the position back. Great move by the Ferrari driver. All this battling makes it that Michael can catch up a little bit again. Not too much though. And Squared is saving battery again. Harry gets a 3-second time penalty, and he's not gonna gain that position on Robert anymore if it stays like this. So he is gonna settle for P8, I was about to say, but Ethan is still P9 within 3 seconds, but he's getting gapped pretty quickly. Here comes Squared again, trying to get a move in Brooklyn's on the inside of the Ferrari driver, and he does. But Peter is going for the switchback. Squared now covering the inside. And can he keep that position? Yes. Now he has to save, but here comes Peter again on the inside. And Squared now on the inside going to Cops corner. Has no ERS left. He has to save him a little bit to make sure he can fight this again. Because Peter has been way better on ERS. Oh well. Here goes Squared again into Stowe corner. Is he gonna send him on the inside? He is. He's on the inside on the Ferrari, but the Ferrari has a better racing line and keeps his P1. Oh, here comes Squared on the inside of the Ferrari again into the last chicane, and now he gets a better exit on the inside of the last corner. Don't take that curve. Oh, oh. Just keep it in none for now, mate. You don't have to do anything. He doesn't even have a penalty. Very hard racing from these guys. Squared on so much less ERS, and oh, he's gonna lose the position to Michael because of this battling. If he just stayed behind Peter the whole race, he isn't gonna lose the position. But here he comes again, going for the inside of Brooklyn's. And he gets the inside, but there's surely again going for the switchback. He does, but he can't get the exit into the second part of Brooklyn's. Can he get this exit? A little flick on the exit. Make sure that Squarehead keeps his lead for now. And Michael is gonna get back into the arrest if it keeps going like this. But there, gets to 2 seconds. And now is going for the win. Now Michael's gonna win this race if he stays with these two guys. If they're gonna battle too hard, Michael's just gonna get away with the win. Oh my god. But there has way more ERS than Squarehead, and has DRS, and Squarehead now surely is gonna defend. No, he doesn't. Oh, he does. He goes around the outside of the Ferrari driver and keeps it there. Is he gonna send it into the final chicane? Yes, he is. Of course he is. It's the final, second last lap of the race. He's now on the outside and they make contact. Pedair drives into Squarehead, and now Squarehead is clear of Pedair. And now he has to save ERS. Now he has to save. He doesn't. Now he does. Pedair's also saving, and Michael just has to stick with these guys. If he sticks with them, within 3 seconds, he's gonna win this race. Pedair goes really deep into the chicane of the final lap. Squarehead, has he gotten enough of a gap to Pedair to secure his P1 on track for this straight? He uses some ERS, now he's saving. Pedair can't send it into Brooklands. It's gonna be a battle for P2 on the final lap, and Michael's just gonna walk away with the race. Win. Here they go, Pedair using his ERS to get close to Squarehead. Squarehead just has to save. He has to save for that final straight, going into Stoke Corner. The gap is 2 tenths going out of Cobb's corner. Here comes Pedair. Is he gonna make the move into Magnussen Beckers? No, he isn't. He's right behind the Williams driver. Is that gonna make his exit worse? No, it isn't. He is 3 tenths behind the Williams driver. The Williams driver is trying to everything. He's using all of his ERS to make sure he stays ahead of the Ferrari driver. They're going together into the final Stoke corner of this race. Squared holds his position. Is he gonna cover the inside? Pedair comes on the inside of the final chicane. Oh, and they make contact. And Pedair gains the position on Squarehead, and Squarehead falls back to P3. And Pedair is gonna win on track, questionably, but Michael is gonna win the race on penalties. Michael with a massive undercut and just staying consistent, keeping his tires fully intact, is gonna win the race due to penalties of both Squarehead and Pedair. And Pedair just finishes by Squarehead. And they had a massive battle for the lead, but Michael just walks away with the win. Willie Martin, after some mistakes, still picks up P4. JB, championship leader, going into this race, isn't anymore, because he is now P5, and that means that Squarehead is gonna take the lead of the championship, I think. Oh, no, it's tied. If Squarehead stays P3, it's tied now. Friday picks up a P6. Auto Ethan picks P7. I still don't know if it's AI. Robert P8, Harry P9. Kian picks up the final points, and here comes Pillow Game, driving a lonely race. This race, and he is gonna finish P11. Maybe P10 if Ethan gets disqualified for being AI. Of course, Jacob was the engineer of Michael. Why did you let him pit so early, mate? Win to P9. Yeah, great job. But it's Michael who gets the top step on the podium today. Who would have thought that would happen after the qualifying, after the sprint race? Michael getting the most points this sprint weekend. And he does it in style. P4 in the sprint race. P1 in the main race. Pedair and Squarehead both getting a penalty. But they do finish up the spots on the podium. Okay, I'm gonna export this. I've done this now, right? Ah, probably. Okay, well, that was the race. Michael winning somehow. Yeah, see you next time, guys. In next race for tier 2 is, I mean, make sure to tune in tomorrow for the sprint weekend of Silverstone for tier 1 without me, so that's sad, but okay. next week is Las Vegas, the penultimate race of the season. Thank you all for watching and see you next time, guys.